Toll Road here, and we're going to take a little walking tour of the very walkable city, Boston, Massachusetts. We'll start things off here at a memorial they have for the Irish Famine, an event that caused a lot of immigrants to move from Ireland to Boston. Now, if you get up early like me, you can get to a spot like this in the middle of a busy city like Boston and just about have it for yourself. This early bird caught the worm. Can't remember exactly which subway line I was on. It was orange or green or red or, I don't know, burgundy. But get off here. You can start your tour. You're not too far from Quincy Market and the church here. Found some Bigfoot tracks right here in downtown Boston. Let's see if we can find an urban squatch. Oh, we did, but it's actually Kevin Hagen White, the former mayor of Boston. Currently between Faneuil Hall and the Quincy Market. Here, the Greenway Carousel, so we got lobster, grasshopper, soaring bird. Now, I don't know what I'd choose, the rabbit with carrot or without. Oh, we got a a owlman sighting here. I'm not sure what it's at, a skunk? Right on back of a skunk. World's smallest blue whale. Looks like the whole family can fit inside the ship there. Is that the incredible Mr. Limpet? Is that Don Knotts? Another owl man. Squirrel people. Get another rabbit. Oh, look at this fox here. About snapped his neck turning around. What's he looking at? What's he see over here? That's some obligatory lobster. Yet another owlman. A lot of owlman sightings in this area. After hanging out in the harbor a little bit, I decided to head towards the Freedom Trail and by the famous Paul Revere's house. Most of the famous sites in Boston can be found by following the Freedom Trail, which is a red line they run from all the way downtown out to Bunker Hill Memorial. One by land, two by sea. This is Copp's Hill Burying Ground, the second oldest cemetery in Boston, opened in 1659. And also located right on that Freedom Trail. Free sunglasses for anybody who wants to come out here for that. Little construction on the bridge before you get over to the Bunker Hill side. So the Freedom Trail is closed on that side, so you got a little alternate, less fancy red painted line, but it does the trick. Yeah, we all remember seeing this bridge in the other video, right? And here's the ending point of the Freedom Trail, the Bunker Hill Memorial. Now let's go check out Old Ironside. Old Ironside was launched in 1797 and is the oldest ship of any type still afloat. Old Ironside even has its own museum, and you can find some of the relics from inside the ship, such as these old belaying pins, a letter opener, a little chair. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, I get it. I just need to, read. Chair made from wood from the old original Ironside. Here's a model scale of this ship you can take a look at since I wasn't able to board it on this trip. Bombshells similar to this 19th century example were used to bombard the city of Tripoli in August and September of 1804. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Fill this bad boy with some gunpowder and fire away. In the War of 1812, the British ship HMS Garee dared challenge Old Ironside. It lost. About 400 miles south of Halifax, you can find it in the bottom of the ocean. In 1834, Boston merchant captain Samuel Dewey played a prank on the Constitution, the President, and his country. He sawed off the head of Andrew Jackson figurehead on the Constitution's bow and brought it to the Navy office in Washington to express Bostonians' dislike of the President. Now, I've never been one to pass up a photo op or opportunity of documenting a suspended goat, and I wasn't going to miss my chance on this occasion either. This is how they loaded goats on ships, I guess. Family tradition says that New Hampshire carpenter John Sibley used this axe to shape timbers for the Constitution, making it one of the few remaining tools that helped to craft the ship. Let's get a little science in here. See what kind of wood is more bouncy. The best money is on the harder the wood. Because I read the sign and it said, harder the wood, the more it'll diffract some energy, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Boing, 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 boing. Now let's watch it in live speed. Come on, let's go. Yay, live oak. You're the best. I hate dead oak. And now back to our regularly scheduled Freedom Trail. Now they have a Holocaust Memorial here, a big tower you see in front of you. And they've got the numbers, which represented all the people who were terminated during World War II. And unfortunately, my video didn't come out quite like I liked. You go inside of these and I try to get the statements on here, but the lighting just wasn't very good, so I'll just kind of let you try to read what you can and we'll go from there. This is a very powerful memorial, and I really suggest anybody out in the area check it out. And I apologize for not being able to capture it the way I intended and wasn't able to present it as is just to it. Well, we're back downtown now. This spot here is not really that far from where the Boston Massacre occurred. Here's the old City Hall, and if you want to get political here, you can make a political stand. You can either stand in opposition here on the elephant or jump on the back of the donkey there. Your call. I don't care who you vote for. Now, it might just be me, but this old City Hall has a creepy kind of haunted vibe to it. And maybe old Ben Franklin is ghosting this spot. I showed you the second oldest graveyard in Boston. Did you really think I wasn't going to show you the oldest? I mean, did you really? King's Chapel Burying Ground, established in 1630, Boston's oldest. The gravesite with the most famous residents has to be the Granary Burying Ground, however. Here lie the victims of the Boston Massacre. Gravesite of the politician and namesake of the beer, Samuel Adams. Someone famous, I assume, but I didn't document it. Check out the creepy top to these headstones. The giant memorial that will get your attention in the center of this cemetery is for Benjamin Franklin's mother and father. What I also found cool is how these old cemeteries are right in the middle of a neighborhood surrounded by buildings. And here he is himself, oh, look at me, I'll take up all the paper space and sign my name gigantically. That's right, it's your boy, John Hancock. Final resting place for the silversmith, Paul Revere. And many believe this is the gravesite of Mother Goose, Mary Goose. However, others believe it was actually Isaac's second wife, Elizabeth Foster Goose, who it was based off of. Now we're down by the Massachusetts State House, which looks like they're doing a little facelift for it, so maybe when you go, it'll look a little more, done. And you might even be able to get to this John F. Kennedy statue without climbing a fence. But there she is, the Massachusetts State House. We're going to continue down Beacon Street a little bit to a place where everybody knows your name. For 275 episodes from 1982 to 1993, the Finch pub in Boston exterior served as the location of the fictitious bar Cheers. Inside of it's nothing like the TV series, but I'll step on down here anyways and sit between Norm and Cliff and check this one off of my beer bucket list. It's an extremely crowded little bar and restaurant that's more of a souvenir shop now. But if you're a real big fan of the show, it's a must stop. Next spot on our list was the big park in the middle of the town, Boston Commons. Boston Common is a 50-acre park that is part of the Emerald Necklace, a series of parks and parkways that circle the city of Boston. It's famous for its beautiful pond and the swan boat rides you can take there, but it has a little darker history. Up until 1817, public hangings took place at this park. They don't do public executions here anymore, so feel free to lay back, tiptoe through the tulips, smell the roses, and have yourself a good old time in Boston Common. That's going to do it for a toll stroll through Boston. And who knows where the toll road will lead to next.